Good morning, 8:39 the time, and as promised, Cher Wehrman joining us this morning to talk about something coming up here in just about a month or so.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. 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 It's that time of year again.
Man, I wish I were dancing with stars, but
I see. That's why I host it because I
yeah,
can't dance. So I host it so I don't have to embarrass myself.
it's okay. I, as much as I would love to dance, there would probably be people paying me not to dance.
Yeah. I hear you. I understand that. Same here.
Well, Cher Wehrman's with the Family Health Center of Vincennes. The Dancing with the Stars event coming up. What's the date on that by chance, Cher?
That is Saturday, August the 23rd. So just a little bit over a month away.
Well, we're getting close to that time of year, and I know a lot's been going out about it because you have your dancers, you've got your judges in place, you even have your cohort in place.
Yes, yes, yes. So this will be our fifth season, and we have six victims. I mean, volunteers who would like to be dancers and compete for us. It's so awesome now because I have people asking to be competitors now. Where when in the beginning I was going around and begging people if they would do it. So I know that things are looking up and it's being well received here in the area when the dancers are coming to me. This year we will have six competitors. We did last year. And we have four individuals and two couples. So that's pretty exciting. Our competitors this year are Megan Battles Davis, a pharmacist there at Good Samaritan. Lara Murray Dawson. She is an architect and works for Tabor Crane in Washington. Kaylee Decker. She is the owner and acupuncturist at Flourish Integrated Health Services here in Vincennes. And our last individual competitor is Audra Cleveland Marcy, who works for Burkhardt Insurance. Our couples are Nick and Jessica Echevarria, and they are from the North Davies area, but they're dance parents. Their oldest daughter dances for the competition team of the studio that does all of the instruction for the competition. And so last year, Nick was excited and he decided was going to compete this year. And so then I followed up after the first of the year with him. Like most of these people that have said they wanted to do it next year on the night of the event, sometimes they may have consumed a little bit of liquid courage or an adult beverage and made that request. So I always like to follow up a little bit later and make sure that they still want to do it. And it wasn't just an impulse thing at the time. And rounding out our competitors are Margaret and Jared Hatterberg. Margaret is in the Vincennes school systems and works with special needs kiddos and has been in the mental health world um, in her adult career life. And then Jared works in information services there at Good Sam as well. So we just recently had our dancer meet and greet. Our dance instructors were there, and then myself and my co-host were there, and it was really neat watching them come to life in the meeting. Most of these people didn't know each other, or maybe knew one person. Um, all of them knew who I was just because of seeing advertising or being to the previous shows. Um, so they really didn't know many people, and it was neat watching them how they connected. And they joked around because, I asked everybody, please let us know who you are and where you work and your reason why for participating. And by the end of the time we got around to all of the competitors, there was this unique bond and camaraderie that had been built together. And they were even bantering in a fun way with one another, or like I like to say, they were trash talking each other or teasing one another about some of the things that they shared about themselves. And so it was so cool to see that kind of bloom and grow right in front of your eyes. And they are all so pumped and ready to go. They've started their practices already. I got a message yesterday from the dance instructor, Stacia, and she said that she had already finished one dance with, I think it was two different competitors, and they were just rolling right along. So, Astacia, I want to give a shout out for her. She has been behind this idea and helped it grow, and we can't thank her enough for one, donating her time and putting this together, but also donating the dance studio time. Triple Threat Talent of Vincennes is her dance organization, and they are amazing at what they do. I've watched her do some instruction with her competition teams and teaching them a new routine, and it's just incredible how she can say a few words and the girls go out and make this wonderful, beautiful dance. And that's kind of how it is here with Dancing with the Stars, too. So we're very fortunate to have a coach who understands, is so talented in creating the choreography, but also understands the purpose, the goal, and the mission of our clubhouse and what this event truly is for. So we're very grateful there. Judges this year, I did have all three who have been judging with us confirmed they do want to do it again this year. They're available. Those judges are Gretchen Bruner, who just recently retired from the Vincennes schools as the drama arts department lead and choir director. So she's retired now, and she is on Gigi patrol with her grandbabies. So that's really awesome. Also joining her are Mark and Mark. Mark Hill, as we all know, a former therapist with the former Samaritan Center for many years, United Way director, and now just, I don't know that he has a new full-time, part-time gig, but you also recognize him from the Vincennes Rendezvous. So he will be back. And also Mark McNeese, city council member. And I went to school with Mark. And what many people may not know is he used to give dance lessons as a class at VU. So they are fantastic to work together. They too have their very unique dynamic of laughter and banter, and it's always fun hearing them give some excitement and points to each competitor as they finish up. And then rounding out the staff is myself and Gary Hackney. We are the event co-hosts. Gary is a longtime friend, I guess. He was a teacher for me in elementary school. He was the principal for my kids, and I've just been around him with many things my entire life. And he's a great speaker or event announcer, and I knew he would be the person to compliment me well and balance out the hosting needs of this fundraiser. So we always try to work hard to have a great time, make sure the audience is engaged and having a great time. And then we have fun too. We do a little bit of banter to one another. Last year, we had a couple of tricks up our sleeves and did a few different things, and we'll do that again this year because we want everybody to come and have a great time, but we want this event to be over and above what you see any other fundraiser. It's a date night. It is music, dinner, and a show. It is a jam-packed evening. Um, we all go to fundraisers and we hear people speak and we hear clients. We hear all those things, and those are great, and they are for great causes, which I spend a lot of time and money doing those things because I know it's crucial to keeping the doors open for those programs. For us, we want to have a little fun with it while we're at it. And our ticket price is a little bit more than what you may pay for other events, but it is a full night of entertainment. It kind of reminds me of being back in school and going to Indianapolis for beef and boards, and you ate while you watched a show, and so we kind of glammed it up and made it the event of the year, and it's just a fun night for everyone.
You mentioned the ticket prices were a little up. What are the when I say little up, I mean little hot on the high side, but what are the ticket prices and what all is included with the ticket?
So we do charge $75 a ticket. And we do have a sponsorship. So if a business or organization would like to have a sponsorship, which includes some marketing and advertising as a part of the event and tickets to the show, all of that information is on our website. But the night is so full. We start out, we offer a social hour prior to the night starting, and that's from 6 to 7 p.m. And we have a cash bar, but we also have appetizers from Kelso's that will be there. And then at 7 o'clock, we start our meal, and it is a very generous meal. It includes, I believe this year will be there's glazed pork chops, stuffed pork chops, which are, I don't even like pork chops, but I would eat five of those if I had five from there. They're just incredible. It includes, of course, a couple of sides, dinner roll, salad, and desserts. And then the show starts at 8. I'm sorry, it starts at 8. And each dancer dances two 90-second routines, around one and around two. So then we wrap it up and we award the grand champion, which the grand champion gets a huge mirror ball trophy, just like what you see on the TV show. And then it's so important that we get people in attendance because that's how we determine the winner. The grand champion is based on the number of votes that are received that night at the event. And a vote is $1 per vote. So it's always a great time. And we get lots of money through that. And we're so thankful for that. But it's after we award the awards and get some photos, then we clear the dance floor and we turn on the music, and then we have an after party where you can stay and dance and have a good time for the rest of the night. So it is jam packed all the time with something going on. There's very little downtime in these events, and I just love seeing the excitement in the competitors while they're on the floor. I love watching the audience and seeing them ooh and ah as the competitors pull out their amazing moves, and it's just so much fun.
Cher Wehrman with the Family Health Center in Vincennes talking about Dancing with the Stars. And by the way, the fundraiser, what does it go towards?
So the funds that are raised from Dancing with the Vincennes Stars goes to support our Wabash Valley Friendship Clubhouse. The clubhouse started in during the pandemic time of all times in late 2020, and I'm sorry, 2019, late 2019. They are a place where people who have been diagnosed with a serious mental health concern can go and hang out and spend time with people that have also had the same experiences and issues, so they can be in a safe place to be around others, have fun, um, learn new things. And one of the really cool things that they do is each member, they ask them, what is your goal? What is something that you want to achieve as you continue to heal and move forward through your healthcare journey? And we've had people who have received their GEDs. We have people, we had one young gentleman who wanted a diesel mechanic degree through VU. We helped him with that. Some people just want to learn how they can live independently on their own and help them secure an apartment, teach them budgeting and healthy food planning and those kind of things so they can be living safely on their own. So everybody has their own goal, and some don't have a goal. Some, it's just their goal to be able to make it there every day because for some, it is a struggle to just get up and get dressed some days. And by the clubhouse being in place and our members know that the other members are wanting them there or will notice if they're not there, gives that person enough drive to get up, get dressed, and go and be at the clubhouse and hang out, whatever that may be. They have the opportunity to buy breakfast and lunch there. Of course, that again is a nutritionally balanced menu for them. They now have a snack shop, so before they leave, if they want to get a salad or make a sandwich, they can do that to take home for dinner. Or if that's what they want for lunch that day, they can do that as well. But there's so many things that they can do there, but they're so excited to be there and hang out, and do these things and participate and have a purpose every day, which I'm sure you kind of feel this way, Dusty, like me. I want to make sure that whatever I've done that day has had a meaning or purpose, and that is what the clubhouse is all about: meaningful partnerships, engagement, friendships, employment, keeping everyone going and having a reason to be somewhere every day. And, there's so many awesome things that they can do there. There's exercise equipment, they can have nutritional education. They do a podcast every month. They have a recording room there. They also have a thrift store where the members are completely in charge from receiving the donations in. If it's clothing, they're washed, dried, and then put out on display. They change out the items every so often, so there's fresh stock. They have learned to use a cash register, which is a great thing because they're doing it for the clubhouse. But this also is teaching them a skill that if they want to be a part of the work program that is sponsored through the clubhouse, they have learned those skills to do that. And so it's just amazing what they do. And something very unique about the clubhouse is it's part of an international program. There's more than 330 clubhouses around the world in 30 different countries. And as the pandemic shared and highlighted with so many, isolation is the worst thing that could happen to somebody who has a mental health concern. And this clubhouse is really there to break that. They, on purpose, are open on all of the major holidays because a lot of members do not have family here locally. And so, as important it is for all of us to be with our family on a holiday, it's even more important for those who are dealing with a mental health concern and not having family to be with on that day. So they purposely meet on the holidays. They have parties, they have evening get-togethers, they do karaoke, they go to the movies, they have field trips. They've been to Casey, where you have all of the world's biggest things over there. It's just amazing, all of the things that go on to help our members. And I briefly touched on this a minute ago. Uh, Not too long ago, we had an open house for the community to come out and learn more about the clubhouse. We were celebrating our 3-year reaccreditation, our 5-year anniversary of being in business. And one of the local media wanted to interview a member. And so our member, Cindy, who is very shy and does not like to speak in public, she willingly did that for us and was so proud of her to do that. But she really brought out and shared a moment that I knew was a thing for everyone, but seeing her, and she's a dear friend of mine, seeing her and hearing her say that, it really hit home. One of the question was, what does the clubhouse mean for you? What is it special for you? And she shared that had she not had the clubhouse during the pandemic, she truly believes she would not be here today. That isolation would have been just too much for her to be able to cope with, and that really, really, really pulled at my heartstrings. And I knew it just from myself and watching my mother, who had dementia, how that isolation really uh, flared her dementia and made it much more worse. But seeing someone say that, hearing someone I know stand before me and tell me and the world that had she not had the clubhouse during that time, she probably wouldn't be here. It was just surreal. I cried. I was happy that she could share that with us, because those moments, hearing someone say that and talk about mental health, is what we need, because we need to spread the information that it's okay to not be okay, and many of us are all fighting those same battles. And it was just very touching for me to hear her say that.
We're coming up against the clock here, Cher, but uh, Wabash Valley Friendship Clubhouse, the benefactor of the Dancing with the Vincennes Stars, it's coming up August 23rd. It's at Highland Woods.
Yes, sir.
And to get tickets or to be a sponsor, where do they go?
But go to the Family Health Center website, which is your YOURFHC for Family Health Center.org/dancing. That'll take you directly to the event page. And as you mentioned, you can purchase tickets. Sponsorships can be purchased there. If you have questions or need some special accommodations, you can always reach out also to me through our website with Family Health Center, or send it direct to public relations at yourfhc.org. I'll be glad to help accommodate any needs or requests that you may have.
Cher Wehrman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
That's going to do it this morning for Rise